Welcome, Angry Faithful, to our Wednesday recap on the news. We're doing this a little bit. Trey likes doing it, so who cares? I kind of thinking that having this gives out a little bit more news throughout the week. I mean, it's just jam packed to just have it on one day. It's tiring for me to keep up with all the stuff, but the only bat shirt I had is this.
See? Okay.
Rest in peace, Ozzy. The light went a little bit dimmer today.
Yeah. Well, yesterday.
Well, yesterday,
We were talking before the show, and I'm not seeing anything that says that it was assisted. I know they had what I had read was that he and Sharon had like a suicide pact to where if one of them died, the other one was gonna off themselves. But I'm looking for it. I didn't see anything about that.
I heard that too. I've been hearing like lots of things through the ether. It's weird, but it's Ozzy, so
Yeah. What was your favorite Aussie song?
War Pigs.
Yeah. I'd say probably mine too.
I like Crazy Train a little bit only because of the intro.
I like the laugh. That's about it, man. To me, that one was like wore out for me.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's a lot of these, a lot of the Aussie songs. Coming Home was great too. Usually played that when I was coming back from a deployment.
Yeah.
So
I never got into Ozzy until I was older, really. I didn't listen to him at all when I was younger, really, unless it was just on the radio, like on a classic rock station or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I started to appreciate him as I got older and listen to more stuff, watch some old videos and shit like that. But yeah, man, it sucks. But it was, from what I understand, it was a long battle with Parkinson's.
Yeah,
he had been dealing with it for 5 years. So
that and the back surgery that he had with that. I mean, it was just a downhill thing with that, but it happens to even the greats.
Yeah, I mean, if this rumor about Sharon is true about the assisted suicide thing, or the suicide pact thing, then we'll have some more updates eventually.
Yeah, but she's gone downhill too, like really bad. She's down to like 95 pounds.
How old are they though?
Hold on.
I saw an article the other day about she's got they said that Sharon has Ozempic face or Ozempic mouth.
She's 72.
Like they showed pictures of Sharon and a couple other celebrities that had what they're calling Ozempic mouth, like people that are on Ozempic. I guess it's causing such dramatic weight loss so fast that it's kind of like the Joker. People are stuck with like a permanent smile.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Apparently that's a thing now.
Yeah.
People getting zimped up, but
yeah, and some of them it isn't taking.
So I heard you got a gun for sale.
Oh yeah.
What's going on there?
I'm gonna wait a little bit, but yeah, I'm selling my P320. There's no offers on this. I'm not.
And who makes that?
Sig.
And why are you selling it?
Well, I'm about to tell you, and thank you for that segue. Air Force Command pauses use of M18, which is a SIG product. It's a P320 variant handguns after a security airman's death. An Air Force Command is temporarily barring the use of Sig Sauer sidearms aimed to investigation into a death of a airman, F.E. Warren Air Base in Wyoming over the weekend. The active duty security forces airmen assigned to the base 90th Security Forces Squadron, died on base while on duty in early in the morning hours on Sunday. A news release from the base said, while the identity of the service member has not yet been made public, nor has the circumstances of his death, the Air Force Global Strike Command, or AFGSC, issued an immediate order to pause the use of the 9mm Sig Sauer M18, which is a variant of the P320 handguns as a result of the incident. Air Force Global Strike Command has paused use of the M18 modular handgun system effectively July 21st, 2025, until further notice. Charles Hoffman, an AFGSC spokesman, told military.com, where we're getting their information on this. This discussion was made following the tragic incident at F.E. Warren Air Force Base, Wyoming, on July 20th, 2025, which resulted in the death of the security forces airman. The Sig Sauer M18 is part of the firearm manufacturer's P320 series, which I said, which has faced legal scrutiny after reports and alleged unintentional discharges, which there's a lot, and we can't show it on here because we're putting these on YouTube. There are a lot of discharges, and I'll explain that afterwards. Out of an abundance of caution and to ensure the safety and security of our personnel, the pause will remain in place pending the composition of compression investigation by the Air Force Officer of Special Investigation and the AFGSC Safety Officer. Now,
so what happened?
It doesn't go into full detail of that. It just gives scenarios of other situations that have that, but they've been known for the P320, as we know. It's been known to actually go off on its own. A lot of people have defended it, such as Colin Noor, DJ Shipley. They're always trying to say, "Oh, it was because of a shirt being tucked into the holster where it would hit the trigger." Those triggers are sensitive. They're probably around about 3 pounds sensitivity, 4 to 3 pounds. They're very sensitive. I've shot mine several times, and it's a smooth trigger. Trigger's good as shooting it on a range, but when there's a lot of other things that happen, they say that you can hit the back of the firearm with a rubber hammer, and it does go off. So it has a drop safety situation. Grand Thumb even did a series of one video of the drop test and stuff, and the ones that went off was a like a 1911 variant. Now, those are the only ones that went off, because if you hit it straight on the barrel, it has a possibility of going off. But he did the he did the P320 on there, and he threw it from several heights, at least about 8 feet. Still didn't go off, both on the back end and on the front end. So I thought, I guess my gun's safe. So throughout time frame, I was like, okay, maybe it's just what even Colin Noor said, that it catches on the holster, I mean, there's some like Alienware holsters. I will not buy an Alienware holster anymore, only because it is known the plastic is known to fold in a little bit, and it's the same reason why I won't buy a leather holster, because it's known to fall in a little bit. I'll get something that's the holster is spread out, especially digging in. It has like a fanned wing.
Yeah.
Those I'll swear by. But I mean, saying that, I also talked to a guy about Glocks, and he said like the first generation of Glocks had the same problem.
I had heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, the first and second generation Glocks had the same problem, to where the officers, which usually had those generations when they first came out, when they were getting into on the ground tussle, they literally held the side of their sidearm so it wouldn't bump up on anything. So they technically only had one arm to go down. And this is like sheriff's department, police departments of that time frame saying the same thing.
That's weird. I've heard of that I mean, as you know, I was a cop for 5 years. I've heard of that in like weapons retention training, where because those holsters are solid and like molded and everything, when you're trying to retain the weapon, you're pushing down on the weapon, like into the holster, to prevent them from getting to it. But that's the only time I've ever heard of that. That's crazy. I wouldn't carry a firearm that required me to fight somebody one-handed.
Yeah. But yeah,
because ultimately I got to fight them before I shoot them. So
yeah, that's what's going around in the past couple of days with SIG. They have a lot of lawsuits, and they just came out like 2 to 3 weeks ago on X saying, I was like, stop saying the P320 is a bad thing. Nobody, anybody that's saying that we're banning them from XYZ. There's a guy that kept on saying he was banned from the gun tubies. I think it is. It's like Oscars, but for gun tubers.
okay.
The only reason why I know this is because Unsubscribed podcast.
I've been trying to listen to them more, man. I really like Eli. I think Eli has his own show now, huh?
Yeah, say hi to Eli.
Say hi to Eli. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I just heard about it yesterday. So, but so in a follow up to last week's episode, we talked about the Bass Pro viral video where what's that?
Please tell me you have a video.
So here's the deal. I'm in San Antonio, and I went to our Bass Pro shop. Vanessa and I walked up and we looked at it, and dude, the display was so freaking dirty, that like nasty. The display, like the setup with the fish and everything by the elevator, was so gross that it wasn't worth doing. So next time we go, man, it's definitely on the agenda. It's gonna happen, but I don't want to do it with that. I mean, the glass was disgusting. So I hate to shit on him, but that was that's kind of nasty.
Need to send him. I mean, I sent this to Ross. I had to message him to look at his Instagram, but I sent this to, you need to get this kind of window cleaner.
You gonna throw it up?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see here. This is probably the best window cleaner I've ever seen, man.
Oh God, here we go. Why Why does that one look like a fucking orangutan with alopecia?
Don't know. Uh, uh,
Dude, I actually did. I saw a meme of that, or not a meme, a video of it earlier today. Was a chimpanzee with alopecia,
mhm.
and like it just showed how freaking ripped up those things really are. Dude,
Dude,
it's crazy.
dude, that's one thing. Is like people are talking about 100 men versus a gorilla. I'm like, no, you do not understand another nature. It is unstoppable. They're predators for a reason.
I don't think he's got the stamina to take on 100 people. I think in a
If
fist fight, 100 people versus a gorilla, I think 100 dudes win. I just don't think the gorilla can kill 100 people before it's exhausted.
maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
You know.
But what are we gonna go into next, Trey?
Um. All right. So Trump's latest statement on the Epstein list. Where he came out and made a statement where he said that Bondi should release, you know, certain parts of the files or whatever. Um, for me, it's pretty cut and dry. When Bondi was grandstanding, when she decided to go ahead and answer that question, and she was all, "It is sick, and we're not gonna see it. It'll never see the light of day." Blah blah blah. Well, you goofy bitch. Nobody, right, left, center, or otherwise, is asking to see the child porn that shouldn't see the light of day. No shit. Okay. Nobody, right, left, or center, is asking to see the victim list.
And the victim videos
I don't get, yeah, nobody wants to see that.
list too. Yeah,
Nobody's asking to see any of that shit. All we're simply asking for, again, left, right, and center, is to publish the client list and fucking prosecute every person, left, right, or center, that fucking harmed a child.
yeah.
That's it. Do your fucking job. I don't need all this. It should never this and that'll lead us into what we're going to talk about with Tulsi too. This shit that Tulsi's doing, I think is just yet another distraction by the administration to get us off of the Epstein client list. And
You
dude,
know,
I don't know if Trump's on it. I don't know if his buddies are on it. I don't know if one of his sons is on it. Whatever. Somebody's on it. So there's got to be some fucking reason that they're not releasing the list.
it just reminds me of that kids, the whitest kids you know. That one little skit they did where he's talking about space bears and the wizard cartel, and then at the end they're like, "Are we invading Iran?" Yeah,
I saw that.
that,
Yeah.
that was just a gem.
Fucking wild. But okay, so that'll lead us into the I mean that's really all I got to say about it. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I got this from BBC. I sent it to you, but I'll go ahead and read it. U.S. President Donald Trump has said the Attorney General Pam Bondi should release whatever she thinks is credible on the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, as he faces a rare backlash from supporters after seeking to draw a line under the issue, which we talked about. Bondi has lambasted by some Trump's. That is not lambast. My dyslexia picked up really hardcore with this one.
She's been lambasted.
Lambasted. Okay. Lambasted by some of Trump's political base after her department recently said there was no evidence that Epstein kept a client list. This appeared to contradict her previous statement and those of Trump allies who have previously called for the release of more information on Epstein. Trump said on Tuesday he did not understand what the interest or what the frustration is, what with the matter. He earlier offered to defend Bondi. She's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. He told reporters, whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. When asked by a journalist if the attorney general had told Trump whether his name appeared in any of the records, he said no, no. During his later comment, the president questioned the enduring frustration with the Epstein issue, calling it sordid but boring. Only real bad people, including the fake news, want to keep something like this from going. While campaigning last year, Trump promised to release the files related to the disgraced financier. The issue reemerged earlier this year amidst his public spat with his former advisor, Elon Musk. Certain key Trump allies, including House Representative Speaker Mike Johnson, continuing to call for transparency. Trump's comments in defense of Bondi were in response to a reporter who had pointed out that the president's own daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, too, had publicly asked for transparency. So,
I mean, you can't tell me that. Okay, all right, Pam. It's all child porn. Great. So if the only thing that they could have been charged with was the child porn, then in order for conspiracy to happen, there's got to be two or more people. Okay.
you know,
So Ghislaine is in jail for conspiring to entice minors to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, conspiracy to transport minors to participate in illegal sex acts, transporting a minor to participate in illegal sex acts, sex trafficking conspiracy, and sex trafficking of a minor. 3 out of those 5 charges that she's doing 20 on require somebody else. That's what conspiracy is.
yeah, and they're actually doing an investigation on that, and she's cooperating.
Right. Which is cool.
Yeah,
And we're not done with this, but which I'm happy if we're not done with it, honestly. But for Pam Bondi to come out and say this will never see the light of day and all this shit, yeah, maybe before you try to get that viral clip, like they're always talking about, oh, you're trying to get me in a clip. Yeah, you tried to make a clip with your little smart ass comment. And if this does end up being something, then you just made yourself look like a fucking idiot.
yeah. Another thing I just realized with how good AI is today, they can do a facial recognition, and nobody has to technically watch it. They just have photos of who's in the videos, and and the AI can timestamp it. Hey, this was bad mojo on this. This was bad mojo on this. This was bad They can do that. I just thought about that. Why aren't they doing that?
That you got some victims that want to come forward, that don't mind. Who the fuck did they service? Prosecute those motherfuckers. I understand there's statutes of limitations, okay? Statutes of limitations, unfortunately, it is what it is. We gotta deal with it. But
Well,
on the statute of limitations only applies to certain crimes.
no, actually, I found this out. It only applies sometimes when they find out about the crime.
Right. That's what I was getting at.
Okay.
It only applies to certain crimes, and that was my next sentence, was that it only applies at the time that the crime is discovered.
Yeah.
So if say, a little girl was raped when she was 7, and she didn't say anything about it until she was 30, the guy can still be charged as long as there's not a statute of limitations.
In
If
some states, there's no statute of
Yeah,
limitation.
I mean, depending on the crimes, like murder, no statute of limitations. I believe the R word, there's no
Yeah.
statute of limitations.
We
So
found that out in what was it? Philadelphia doesn't have that because of Bill Cosby. Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah,
even New York
so
doesn't have it because of Harvey Weinstein. A
if
lot of
they
states are going with that.
if we can't prosecute because of the statute of limitations, it is what it is. It's the law. I'm sorry. It sucks, but yeah. But if there is anything that anybody can be prosecuted with, fucking do it.
Now, there's a difference though. Civil suit, they can sue them into
Now,
oblivion.
that's where, see, the civil side of it is where the victims all get exposed.
Yeah.
So,
Which is unfortunate, but a lot of like you said, a lot of them are willing to come up as long as they. What usually happens on this, a lot of the victims are asked, they're asked anonymously. It's like, hey, we found out XYZ. Do you want to come forward, or do you want? We'll try to keep it anonymous, but do you want to have this person? And a lot of times, it's just peace of mind. I mean,
yeah.
it helps out with therapy. Honestly,
And look, even if if the statute of limitations was expired on every single charge, okay? If there, let's say there was a statute of limitations for the R word or whatever, and that I lost the train of thought there. So, okay. So if there is not a statute of limitations, and I'm sorry, if there, God damn it, if there is a statute of limitations and we can't prosecute anything at all, there's not one single charge that can be prosecuted, the investigation's closed. Why can't those documents showing, hey, this is what we looked for, these are the charges that we tried to apply, this is why they didn't apply? That's all in your report.
yeah,
Release the report.
yeah,
Give some kind of justification other than, there's nothing to see here.
yeah.
Do something or
Okay,
show us that you did something.
now saying that, and I'm going to be the devil advocate on this one. A
Mhm.
lot of people are only wanting to do that because they became influenced because of that, and that's their whole stick. That I can understand. I mean, I might have covered it like probably this is probably my sixth time. It's not that I don't care about it, is there's still an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Once everything is you on anything, once everything is panned out, and here's all the facts. I'm not going to be like any kind of news agencies that we have right now, or any of the podcasters or influencers. Like, oh, I found this, and you click on their stuff, and it's just, oh, they're just saying that new evidence, even though it's all blacked out. I mean, even the Martha Luther
That guy,
Martha
Martin Luther King.
Jr.'s files that came out, a lot of it redacted.
Haven't read them yet. That's one that I wanted to get into. Is it worth it?
Uh,
Is there anything spicy?
Other than the 14-year-old girl. I mean,
I mean, that was pretty common knowledge that
yeah,
MLK and them got into some freaky shit.
yeah. Which it kind of tarnishes his that it tarnishes the whole movement. Am I upset about that? Yes. Not the tarnishing of the movement, of what he did, but it was. I mean, he did some shady stuff too,
Ah, you're frozen.
but Was his message decent? Maybe we shouldn't have found that out. Maybe that's one of the things is, should we put some stuff underneath the rug? Or, oh, he had a good message, but, you know, like the liberals going out right now and saying all the stuff that they're saying right now with anti-Semitic stuff and neogenics, and how we should get rid of a lot of the people are against their stuff, get rid of them permanently, and getting rid of guns that they feel that they shouldn't belong. I mean, for a party that keeps on saying that, and they're trying to say that our side is racist and Hitler, they're sounding like racist and Hitler.
It's the screaming fascism or Nazi or racist or all that shit, dude. It's they most of the time they end up contradicting themselves. Now, I'm not saying we don't have some assholes.
Oh yeah, we definitely have some.
I got a MAGA asshole sitting right there in a Stanley thermos, that was one of the worst, right? But I don't understand the mudslinging and I understand people having different beliefs, and I might not agree with everything that you do, and you might not agree with everything that I do, but what the fuck does that have to do with my day-to-day life, And
I have a friend of mine that he is far on the left side, and we disagree totally on policies and politics and everything like that. But if he was right now saying he needed help, vice versa, we're on the way.
Yeah,
that's the kind of. And there was a old added story about a man that was Republican, and he was diehard Republican. No one could change his views or anything, and he screamed at a couple of people that everybody thought that they were angry at each other, and they were very, very liberal, democratic, diehard. But when that man died, those were the only two men that cried. Because they knew what they lost. They've lost a great friend, even though they batted because I hate the battle of politics.
Yeah, I mean, dude, express your opinion in the ballot box. If your guy's in there and he's doing a great job and you want to praise him, praise him. If he's in there and he's fucking up, fucking state your piece on it. If your guy didn't win and you don't like what the guy that did win is doing, fucking say something about it. Now, the only one that I don't think has a right to bitch is somebody that didn't vote.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't vote, shut the fuck up. Or if you're one of these weird, oh, my shit doesn't count. Yes, it does. Shut up.
Oh, I had a conversation with a coworker, and he did that. I'm like, why are you wondering about all this stuff? Well, I think I understand where he's coming from, because he doesn't really talk to that many people, and he keeps on trying to get a conversation, and he knows I have a podcast, do political stuff. He's like, what about this? And I'm like, did you vote? No, I didn't vote because I didn't like either one of them. I was like, then don't talk to me about that. I vote on midterms.
Dude, you could have voted for Kanye in the birthday party if you wasn't happy with either candidate.
Exactly.
Or
a libertarian.
Yeah, Gary Johnson, which, as long as he's not talking about Aleppo, we're good. But Gary Johnson, no, we're not good. He's kind of an idiot. But yeah, you had plenty of. But you could have wrote in anybody you wanted, dude. You could have wrote in fucking Elmo. But at least you voted.
Yeah, I mean, we would find out how much.
Well, you
Close.
couldn't do it if the election was today, but if the election was 2 weeks ago, you could have wrote in Elmo.
Well, that's not what I'm trying to get at. We found out a couple of days ago that Elmo was probably born in 1938. That was kind
served. Or
Yeah.
served in 1938.
Yeah. Like, oh no. What happened there, Elmo? I got tired of the bullshit.
Good Lord. But all right, so on to Tulsi. And Tulsi's announcement today. Why don't you get us started on that one?
Let me. No, that's not that one. A lot of stuff. I mean, okay. I'll put in this the clickbaity stuff on this, and we'll actually. Here's some clickbaity stuff on the what happened today with Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard exposes Obama for covering up the blackmail Putin had on Hillary Clinton, which Putin planned on using after he likely victory. Likely victory. Putin had evidence of criminal acts by Hillary and blunt corruption. Time locked Hillary up too.
And that bitch was on them tranks.
Yeah. And another thing is the clicky baby stuff that happened was they were talking about how CNN cut Tulsi Gabbard's stuff off so she couldn't speak fully. But this is it's going to be 2 minutes, and we're going to go ahead since it's free.
Yeah, run it.
In here.
Religious organizations in which State Department officials offered, in exchange for supporting Secretary Clinton's campaign for the presidency, significant increases in financing from the State Department. They also had documents that showed the patronage of the State Department to State Department employees who would go and support Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. There were high-level DNC emails that detailed evidence of Hillary's, quote, psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness, and that then Secretary Clinton was allegedly on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers.
Ooh, tranked up.
Director Brennan and the intelligence community mischaracterized intelligence and relied on dubious substandard sources to create a contrived false narrative that Putin developed a quote-unquote clear preference for Trump. Brennan and the IC misled lawmakers by referencing the debunked Steele dossier to assess quote-unquote Russia's plans and intentions, falsely suggesting that this dossier had intelligence value when he knew that it was discredited. The intelligence community excluded significant intelligence and ignored or selectively quoted reliable intelligence that contradicted the intelligence community assessment's key findings on Putin's alleged support for Trump. Including this intelligence reporting would have exposed the ICA's claim as implausible, if not ridiculous. The intelligence community assessment omitted reliably sourced information, such as how some Russian intelligence officials were quote-unquote planning for candidate Hillary Clinton's victory, while others assessed neither Trump nor Clinton would respect Russia's interests. As was reflected in the ODNI documents that we released on Friday, multiple intelligence community assessments released in the months leading up to the November 2016 election concluded that Russia had neither the intent nor capability to impact the outcome of the U.S. election.
So, yeah.
I bet the Secret Service was happy that bitch was on tranquilizer so she wasn't fucking raging crazy all the time.
Oh, you didn't hear?
Uh-oh.
There is a Secret Service, and I got it pulled up. The only one I could find is like 8 minutes long, so it's I'm going to give you the cliff notes on it. He was talking about one instance when President Clinton was in office, and Hillary found out something. He was probably, cheating on her, whatever. We know the situation. So no spoiler alert on that one. What had happened was Hillary was throwing vases at Bill.
Yeah,
The Secret Service staff were
had to
freaking out.
intervene. Yeah,
No, well, they had to intervene. They had a debrief afterwards. It's like, okay, XYZ is happening. Do we shoot the bitch? He was like, he said it a little bit nicer, but that was what he was hinting at. We don't know if we should take care of that. I mean, but they always, this is including back when he was governor in Arkansas.
yeah. No, that situation is exactly why I made that statement. That I'm sure the Secret Service was probably happy she was tranked up because they didn't have to deal with her going fucking berserk.
But she's always gone berserk. We know this from even just the history of Clinton and Hillary. So yeah. So that wouldn't be a surprise to me. But the other stuff that's happening right now with it, they're seeking criminal through the criminal actions with Obama. All the documents that's come out lately.
So who all did she name today? She named
CIA.
Obama and Hillary.
She named Obama and Hillary, the CIA director at the time, the FBI director at the time, but a lot of the other administrations, administratives. Is it administratives? Part of the administration was not named, but a lot they were even hiding the president's brief and not putting it in there for the longest time. That's the reason why we just found out, the full documentations of it.
Yep.
Because from what I understand, reading up on some of the stuff and listening to other podcasts, a daily brief is like a magazine. You can read up on what happened the other day and some other new stuff that's happening. So it was
one of the interesting things they said about that was that the intelligence was, or the report was rewritten after the election, but it was never briefed. And because had it been briefed, then they would have had to give that briefing to President-elect Donald Trump as well as President Obama. So they never did the briefing on it because it was just them covering up the part of the collusion.
Yeah,
or the conspiracy, I guess you would say.
Well, once you're elected president,
you get read in on all those national intelligence meetings and all that stuff.
Yeah. Even after you're president.
Yep. They were all in an uproar about what was it? Trump had stopped Obama's White House briefings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a few months ago, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember that was a big deal. But yeah, you can continue to get them, I guess, if you want them. But I ain't mad at it. You're not the president anymore.
Yeah, it's. I can understand. I think they should only get the briefs that pertain to their administration.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Trump needs the briefings after he gets out of office,
Unless it pertains to his administration, so he can call in and say, hey.
That only.
Yeah.
But national security briefings and shit like that, I don't. He's not in charge. He's not anywhere in the chain of command. There could be 15 people that died, and he's nowhere in that chain of command, like getting back in office. I don't think they need to be briefed.
Yeah.
That's just my dumb civilian opinion, but I'm sure there's more complicated shit than that. But
well, it's just having like what the swamp. I mean, you think because after I was started reading up on what president does and after the fact, the president of prior usually gives advice like throughout the the new administration stuff for the first couple of years.
I just think it should stop. I wonder if Biden's still getting them. Did Trump stop those too?
No, it's his lawyer that's probably getting them.
Yeah. Or his auto pen.
Huh?
Or his auto pen.
Yeah, yeah.
It was his secretary of staff or chief of staff that signed off on all the pardons, wasn't it? It was like, here, go ahead and hit off, go ahead and use the auto pen and sign off on all these.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Dude, listening to the Sean Ryan episode with Lucy Lee.
Yeah.
Dude, I got I was like, I think that happened like right before the election or right afterwards, I believe. I don't know in between. I would have to go back and just look at the stuff on it. Well, I'm not going to do that right now. But what she was talking about when she left, and she totally left the Democratic Party. She's like, no, I'm not. It's a scam. And it was an eye opener in what they're trying to do. They literally are trying to take over the country.
Jeez.
And I was like, what? We have this system in place. A lot of people don't like how the system, and for the past 4 years, I didn't like who was in office. But, people voted for, allegedly. You have to say allegedly voted for him right now. Allegedly voted for him for the Biden administration. I won't say they voted for Biden. They voted for the Biden administration. That's what we got.
What was Kamala doing during all the auto pinning and during Joe's decline? Like, I mean, I understand she was campaigning, but like, so who was actually running shit? Was this like chief of staff just running the country?
No, well, it's the chief of staff and the personal lawyer, and Jill Biden.
That's fucking crazy. There's more. Dude, people are starting to write books about it now, and
yeah,
it's crazy, dude.
Another crazy. We were probably ran by the first crackhead too, because he had to be in. Dude, they swore in his son, Hunter Biden, and he was in with some of the president's staff meetings.
Yeah. That's
fucking literal crackhead.
Do you think it was his coke? Whose coke do you think it was?
It was his coke. I mean, they have a video?
Oh, the video on the balcony?
Yes.
Where he's all.
Yes. I mean, did you see the like recent video they did for the podcast for a podcast?
I saw clips from it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I'll probably listen to it on the way to Louisiana.
Dude, I was looking at clips. I'm not gonna. I have to find out which podcast it is so I can listen over the weekend when I'm working. Dude, I was like, no, I'm clean. You're not
bullshit.
I've walked around seeing people that are messed up in the head, and you are still messed up in the head, dude.
I mean, dude might just be burnt.
Yeah, that too. He might have like toasted up most of his brain cells.
I mean,
I'd still go party with him, but I wouldn't want him to do anything in the political scam.
I wouldn't want to party with him. That's too much, dude.
I mean, I'm not gonna get drunk or anything with him. I'm not gonna like party. I just want to watch.
All right, I was like, yeah, that's not my kind of partying.
Dude, my kind of party is just watching the chaos. I mean,
Like
I mean,
let's grill some shit and watch some fights or something. That's a party
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, I could see that, but I would be drinking. I'll be like tapping my hand over my water boulder the entire time. I'm like, okay.
Uh, well, speaking of partying and watching the fights and stuff, I'm looking for a place to do that. Um, looking for a new house with a
Mhm.
back porch, with a back porch area to hang out, watch the fights, grill some meat, do some hood rat shit with my friends.
Speaking of
Um,
that, speaking of that,
mhm.
I've I watched videos and I'll send it to you. It's just a quick plug of looking up at gravity grills. They're gravity smokers
uh, you talk about a brand or a type?
type.
Yeah, no, I know what a gravity smoker is.
Dude, I've never even heard of them. They look uh,
Oh yeah, dude, we can get into a whole discussion about smokers and all that kind of shit. So,
yeah. But go.
um, but yeah, so I'm looking for a place to do that, which means I'm buying a house.
Mhm.
Which leads me to what I'll close the show out with, kind of a little preview slash sneak peek for what's to come. Um, I'm not gonna say where I live right now. That's kind of pending the outcome of this situation. But ever since living here for like 5 years, my AC is going out 2 to 3 times a year. It's never fixed properly. It's overflowed and leaked into my hallway. I couldn't tell you how many times. Um, I've had to rent carpet cleaners to clean up that mess because the apartments won't do anything about it. Uh, the parking lot's in a state where you could freaking lose literally a mid-sized car in one of the things right by my truck. Um,
So you better be careful not to have a baby in there while you're going.
yeah,
Want.
dude, like just not repairing things correctly. It's my dishwasher has been broken for like 4 or 5 months now.
Mm.
I've put in several work orders for it. And the girls at the office are telling us straight up that the people that own the property don't want to spend money. And so here I am, the end of my lease, don't give a fuck about this place. Hopefully it'll make a difference for some upcoming residents and get me some comfort in the meantime till I move out of here. So I went full Karen and sent a strongly worded letter to the apartment complex via email, letting them know that if these issues, the air conditioner and the dishwasher, weren't fixed by July 31st, that I was going to be posting copies of that email on every review website for apartments in San Antonio, and that I would also be contacting be contacting local news outlets to make sure that this matter receives the proper attention. I sent that last night about 7 o'clock. I didn't get a response from them today. They did text me back and give me the address to the apartments, the email address, but that was after I had already gone in and found it and already sent the email. So
Mm.
I'm waiting on a response from them. But if everything is taken care of by the 31st, then all good. I'll delete the email just like it never happened. If everything is not fixed by then, it's game on.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that you have to do something like that for.
It is, man. It's ridiculous, but like, I've lived here 5 years, paid my rent. The only time I've ever been late has been like maybe a day or two, and that just depended on how the pay period fell.
Yeah,
But rent's always paid on time. Never had any complaints on me. You know, never had any problems at all. Just like we've been here, we've done our thing, we've paid our shit on time. You've never heard a peep from us. The only time you've ever heard from us is when something is broken.
Yeah.
Okay. And meanwhile, in these 2 apartments downstairs from me, I've had probably 15, 16 different neighbors in the past 5 years between 2 apartments
Mm.
because they have started renting to people that only stay here for a month. So I guess they pay their deposit and their first month's rent, and then they stay for a month or 2, don't pay their rent, and then get evicted. So yeah, now I've got new neighbors every 2 or 3 months.
Oh.
And it's just gotten ridiculous, man. So I I'm over it. It sucks that it's to the point where you gotta be a caring about shit, but you know, there's a lot of old people that live in this complex that have lived here for a long time. And those old people don't have the same ability or to do shit like this like I do. So, if it gets shit better for them, cool. If it gets shit better for future residents here, cool.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta
Or if it keeps people away from this place, and they lose business and they lose money, I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
I don't care. So, but that's about all I have to say about that. So stay tuned, and we'll give weekly updates on that. So,
Yeah.
I think what we got? Yeah, we got one more show before the deadline. So I'll let you know next week if they've done anything or if we started the 24-hour countdown.
Yeah. Send it to the lawyer and let them know if you pass away to send it.
I'll just send it to my little sister. She works at my lawyer's office.
Oh, there you go.
So, all right, brother. You want to get us out of here?
Yes, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all watching. I'm David Dickerman. This is
Trey Witzel.
There we go. And for the people that actually come in and out, thank you for watching. We'll put this every week, and we'll have a Friday show. I'm gonna be the staple, I guess, for all the shows. But love having you guys listen to us rant of what to the world is going on. That's the reason why What the Hell is named What the Hell. But thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Meh.